Let's get to what's going on in Israel. U.S. opening a new embassy in Jerusalem. Dozens killed in Gaza clashes. Here are some highlights from earlier today.
We welcome you officially and for the first time to the Embassy of the United States here in Jerusalem, the capital of Israel.
When President Trump makes a promise, he keeps it. We stand with our friends and our allies, and above all else, we've shown that the United States of America will do what's right, and so we have.
We have no better friends in the world. You stand for Israel and you stand for Jerusalem. Thank you. The embassy of the most powerful nation on earth, our greatest ally, the United States of America. Today, its embassy opened here.
Now, this fears that a Cold War in the Middle East is turning alarmingly hot in rapid time. The worst death toll in the Gaza Strip in Israel in about 4 years' time. Hezbollah making huge gains at the ballot box in Lebanon, and now Iraq also rattling nerves over there. The president pointing out, too, that Israel is the only country in the world that is not allowed to declare where its capital is. This, as past U.S. presidents failed to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, even though they campaigned on that and promised to do just that. New York Consulate General spokesperson Almog Elijis and former George W. Bush deputy assistant Brad Blakeman. Good to see you both.
Thank you.
First to you, spokesman. Turkish officials now saying ambassadors in D.C. and Tel Aviv are being recalled for consultations. And we have an Israeli foreign ministry spokesperson telling Fox they have not received any official notice from Turkey about this. Are more countries stepping up to support Israel in this move, or is it, do you see more Mideast strife happening?
No, actually, we see more support. And I have to tell you, this is a great day for Israel, a great day for the U.S. And honestly, it's a great day for everyone who cherishes the relationship between Israel and the U.S. And it's important to say the U.S. is not alone. So we already have Paraguay and Guatemala opening their embassies in Jerusalem. Guatemala is happening this Wednesday, Paraguay by the end of the month. And I'm sure if you'll interview me in a year from now, I'll tell you about more.
Any other countries you're hearing could
At the moment, it's those two that we know of.
Are you hearing other countries?
I'm pretty sure there will be more in the next month.
Brad, okay, Presidents Bill Clinton, Bush, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama, they did campaign on and repeatedly said they would recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. Let's take a listen.
Jerusalem is still the capital of Israel and must remain an undivided city accessible to all.
As soon as I take office, I will begin the process of moving the United States ambassador to the city of Israel as chosen as its capital.
Jerusalem will remain the capital of Israel, and it must remain undivided.
But that's coming across, Brad, as empty rhetoric. They passed on doing that. They consistently signed waivers avoiding moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. What is going on here?
Leadership. Sometimes it takes bold leadership, and to do something completely different, but do something that the United States has called upon by act of law for decades. The fact is, Israel and the United States should have done this a long time ago. It put the United States in a vulnerable position to be part of a negotiation, which it shouldn't have been at all. So now it takes that completely off the table. The United States Embassy is in Jerusalem, should be, always will be. It's not going back. The question now is what happens in East Jerusalem, and that's up to the parties themselves.
All right, look at this. A top Democrat actually applauding President Trump on moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. He is Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer saying, quote, in a long overdue move, we have moved our embassy to Jerusalem. Every nation should have the right to choose its capital. I sponsored legislation to do this just 2 decades ago. I applaud President Trump for doing it. What do you think about the U.S. political scene when it comes to Israel? What's the reaction there in Israel as they look at what's going on in the U.S. over the debate over this?
You know, Israelis are very happy about this decision. It's something that I have to say we always had enjoyed American support from both sides, Republicans as well as Democrats. I think it's a promise that was made by many presidents, and we're thankful for President Trump for making this decision. But I just want to explain a little bit about the significance of this. The fact is that President Trump, he recognized the historical truth, because it's very simple. Jerusalem has been the capital of Israel for the last 70 years. It has been the capital of Israel, of the Jewish people, sorry, for the last 3,000 years. And actually, in the long term, it advances peace, because he's basing basically the facts on the truth. And the truth is, that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. And it's the first time that someone is coming forward and saying that, and to Israelis, it's amazing.
You know, to this point here, Brad, Egypt and Saudi Arabia have truce agreements with Israel. They are supporting Israel against the Shiite movement, the crescent that Iran is attempting to build. What is your take on that scenario as there's fears of a growing strife and, you know, throwing gasoline on sectarian clashes over there about this move?
Look, countries who have historically been hostile to Israel are coming to Israel's side. Why? It's because they understand that Israel stands for peace in the region. Israel is the one who is more stable than any of the enemies that seek her destruction. So this is another positive sign, is countries that have been hostile are now coming over to Israel. America may seem alone in putting its embassy there, but I can assure you, when America makes a move, others will follow. And let me talk about Schumer for a second. Where is Schumer? How come he, a Jewish U.S. senator, a Democrat, is not in Jerusalem today? Why isn't any Democratic congressional leader in Israel today? Shame on them. The president would have expedited their travel, would have welcomed them there, and instead they turned their backs on Israel. That's another shame that's happened today by the Democrats turning their back on our most valued ally in the world.
Almog, what's your reaction to what Brad just said?
As I said before, we enjoy the support from both sides. We're very glad about Senators.
Were you struck by the fact that that Democrats did not show up?
We had, you know, people from different sides at the ceremony. You know, but I have to say, you know, actually, former ambassador to the U.S., former ambassador of the U.S. to Israel, Ambassador Dan Shapiro, he was there, you know, and he said also that he's supporting the decision and it's overdue.